Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Rolex Datejust 31 in stainless steel and white gold, reference 278274, with a pink Roman dial on a Jubilee bracelet. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of the Datejust, then tell you about where this watch stands in the lineup of other similar Datejusts, then tell you specifically about the case bezel dial bracelet movement, and finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with the history. Now, the Datejust is one of Rolex's longest standing lines or collections. It has the most number of variations, and I would say it's their most iconic watch, and it's definitely their most sold watch. And why is that? Well, because it's their most basic, but just because it's basic doesn't mean it's bad. Basic is a very good thing, and in fact, they make this watch basic, but what they do is they do all sorts of variations of this watch. Now, it being the most iconic watch that Rolex makes and their most popular one, they make it in every size for everybody, men and women. And for women, they make it in size 28, 31, and 36 millimeter. That comes out to small, medium, large. And for men, they make it in 36, 41 millimeter. And they even make a 42, which they call a Sky Dweller, which actually could be renamed as a Datejust 42. So they make a small, medium, large for men as well. And rightfully so, because the Datejust is a very classic line. What makes it iconic and makes it easily recognizable are probably two things I would say. Is first, the bezel. The bezel is this fluted bezel that you see here, which is unmistakably Rolex. I would say this is the second most iconic part that Rolex has after the crown. Anybody looking at this bezel can easily recognize that it is a Rolex. And the second thing is probably this bracelet. So Rolex, there you have it. That's the Datejust. And it's called the Datejust because it has the date at the 3 o'clock position and, of course, time, 3 hands, minute, hour, seconds. Now, initially, okay, anyway, so the Datejust has been around for quite some time. I want to say like 80 years or something like that. And it's got to tons of variations. And I would say there's probably over 1,000 variations of the Datejust over the last, 50, 80 years. Okay, but currently this is what we're looking at. So now let's talk about where does this watch stand in the lineup of other similar Datejust. Now this is a size 31, which brings it to a medium size. It's a medium size Datejust for women. And most women are going to be able to wear a Datejust 31. If you have a smaller wrist, let's say smaller than 5.5 inches, you probably could go with a 28 millimeter. But if you have a 5.5 to 6.5 inch wrist, I would probably suggest that you stick with what you see here, which is 31. And within the 31, they make many variations. The one you're looking at here is steel and white gold. They make steel and rose gold, steel and yellow gold. They even made it in all rose gold, yellow gold, or white gold. So they make really a lot of variations. I want to say there's something like, 200, 300, 400 variations, a lot of variations. Because it's it's a very popular size and it's an iconic looking watch. Okay, now where does this one stand in? Well, this one is steel and white gold, so it's not the most expensive. It's not the cheapest. They also make an all steel. So it's a mid to low range. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, something has to be low, something has to be high. And this is mid to low range in terms of the Datejust, in terms of price at least. But it doesn't make it any worse. It doesn't make it like a bad watch or something. It's still a fantastic watch. Most women who get this are going to be jumping up and down. Okay, so that's where this watch stands in the lineup. All right, now let's start talking about the watch itself. Starting with the case. The case is 31 millimeters. That's my thumb to my index finger, the 8 o'clock to the 2 o'clock position. And as I said, it's a medium size. It's going to fit most women, 5.5 to 6.5 inches. I would say in terms of pounds, women weighing somewhere between 100 pounds and maybe 130, 135 pounds can wear this watch comfortably. And that's going to fit most women. Now, if you're larger than that, you wear 36. If you're smaller than that, you wear 28. It's not a big deal. That's why they make different sizes, right? Okay, now, turn the watch on that side. You see the side profiles are around 11 millimeters, also very nice. Let's look at the bezel now. The bezel is a mark of distinction by Rolex. In fact, as I alluded to earlier, it's the second most iconic part of Rolex. If you were just to show somebody this bezel, a lot of people would recognize it as a Rolex. They would also be able to recognize the crown as Rolex. So I would say the crown is number 1, the bezel's number 2. And it's just a really, really nice looking bezel. And it's fluted. I mean, it had these serrated edges and it's made of white gold. It used to serve a waterproof function, which it no longer does. It now serves that aesthetics function. So there you have it. Okay, they also make the bezel, by the way, in dome bezel when it's just stainless steel, or they make it with diamonds. I personally like the fluted one. I think it's just iconic, really. Okay, let's talk about the dial. Now, the dial is this is one of my favorite parts of this particular watch. This one is pink. Now, pink is a great color. It's actually even men can wear it. You know, I've worn a pink shirt, you know, with a maybe blue blazer. It's nice. It's a nice pastel color, but mostly pink is for women. So having this 31 in pink, it really feminizes the watch, if you ask me. And on Roman numerals, as you see here, it also makes the watch look very classy. They make a pink diamond or pink dial, or the index dial, and that makes it look a little bit cleaner, but not as classy, if you ask me. These Roman numerals are actually fashioned in white gold, and it really makes the watch look, next level classiness. And I like the pink. It's not like so pink where it looks like a lipstick pink. It's a nice pastel color, something that you could easily pair and match with a lot of different clothing. Okay, that's the dial. Now let's move on to the bracelet. The bracelet is a Jubilee bracelet. It has a hidden clasp. They make it in two variations, the Oyster or Jubilee. What you see here is Jubilee. For me, I really like the Jubilee a lot better than the Oyster, especially on a lady's watch. It also fits better, by the way. If you wear the Jubilee, it's a closer. It has a closer fit to your skin, because the Jubilee, actually, the links are much further apart, and it makes the watch not as comfortable. Not to say it's not comfortable, it's just not as comfortable. So the Jubilee really is the most comfortable version of this. Okay, let's talk about the movement. The movement is a caliber 2236, and the old movement was a 2235, but it doesn't matter. You can't see the movement anyways. So it has a power reserve of 55 hours. It's a really good movement. It's made by Rolex, automatic. You don't need any batteries for it. It's fantastic. Okay, now time to try this once on my wrist. I'm a man, you're a woman, or hopefully you're going to buy this for a woman because it's a woman's watch. So, but at least you get an idea, what does it look like? And it's going to look a lot better on you. What are my thoughts about it? Well, I really like the Datejust. I think it's a fantastic watch. It's Rolex's best seller. And in this configuration, particularly in pink, I really like it. And I also really like it with this Fluted Bezel and Jubilee. So if you want to buy this watch at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazzdime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazzdime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.